Mohamed, last time we spoke, I think it was after National Cross. Was that 3-4 years ago now? You just smoked up Alex Yee in a Milk Caress and, hey, look, what's changed?
It's been a long time. Yeah. Since then, a lot of things have happened. Yeah, it's been a long time.
It has.
Good
And
to be here.
whereabouts are you? Are you back yet? Or
I mean, yeah, I'm back in the UK now. Just final stride. All set. And
mate,
yeah,
you're
ready
going to
to
get
go.
asked this question a million times in the next probably few days, but has the build gone well? How do you compare to that 207 performance we saw a couple of years back in London?
The preparation, it went well. I've done everything. I've ticked all the boxes. I think, yeah, I'm in the same shape as 207.
Good man.
I'm just ready.
You seem
for
excited. You seem ready. Where have you been preparing? I've seen snippets in Ethiopia. I've seen, were you training with Tola and his group, or?
I was for Ramadan. Nice. I was in Morocco. So like during the month of Ramadan, I was in Morocco, and then I came to UK for like a week, and then I went off to Ethiopia. Yeah, most of my training I've spent in Ethiopia, the preparation. But yeah, during the 1 or 2 session with the other groups. But yeah, it was great. It was great to be out there and just pushing myself.
Mate, well, how come you were in Morocco for Ramadan? Was there any particular reason, or?
I was there for just for Ramadan, like because Ramadan is like I have to fast during daytime, and like only I'm able to eat like during the night. So it's easy for me to Morocco is the best place for me to train at night and fast during daytime.
Okay,
so that's
that makes a lot of sense. What makes those Ethiopians so special, man? What have you learned anything from those guys? You've hopped in on a few big long runs, etc.
Morocco is difficult. Ethiopia is so difficult, man. The altitude, the part, like the training and racing, and the training park, like the ground, everything is hard. But I've learned a lot from the guys a lot. I run one long run with Tola and Yomif. Honestly, like I couldn't breathe. Like the pace they're going at. It's a place called Sandafa, and it's like 2,600 above sea level. They're going like 302.
Wow!
And then it's just too much. It's too much. But honestly, I'm grateful for like what I've done over the last for this preparation for TCS London Marathon. Yeah, I can't ask for more than that. So yeah, it was
goodness me,
great.
That was on a long run. They were splitting 3-minute Ks at 2,600 meters.
Yeah, the average was 302. So it's almost 30K. Yeah, so it's too much.
Because you're someone who's quite, I'm not saying you're going to compete with those guys, but you're very used to altitude. So for you to find it very difficult up there, obviously means it is very challenging.
It's definitely challenging. Can't like my pace and the way they run. They're running at 302, 303 for almost 30K, and then for me, it's just a struggle. It's like, but yeah, I can't keep up with them. Honestly, it's too strong. They are too strong. But I've learned a lot from them. Being out there in Ethiopia was a great experience. I've learned a lot. Just to push myself and like to know where I am, where I could like do over the distance is just.
Yeah, I'm intrigued in that scenario when you jump on the back of those guys. Do you just go, right, I'm going for as long as I can. I'm going to run with these guys for as long as possible. You're not necessarily thinking, it's my marathon build. I need to do 30K at my own pace. You're just jumping in and going with them.
Yeah, just to test myself, like, how long I could keep up. Obviously I have a specific distance, but just to stick with them. And then just to push with like mentally and just physically, just to push as hard as I can. But I kept most of the distance. I covered a lot, and when time was when they change the gear, it's just too much to hold it. And the good thing is like I've tested my body. I've learned a lot from them, and be out there is one of the best things.
That sounds very good. In many ways, you've been testing your mind as well as your body out there then. You know, in that scenario, it sounds like you're really setting yourself up to really go to a dark place, somewhere you might go in London.
Definitely. London is a special place. Marathon is I'm still learning. Still learning this game. Just trying to push myself as hard as I can, and knowing that, you know, I'll get there. Yeah, it's great to, you know, like challenge yourself. So
no, it is. And you say you're still learning marathon. You've done a few now. You've done London twice or 3 times?
This is my third one.
Biggest takeaways from those last couple performances?
So, yeah, definitely. London is a special place, honestly. Like, I've learned a lot from London, which is, you know, was a positive. But yeah, we'll see how it goes this one. Every marathon is different. Every build-up is different as well. So we'll see.
And I was going to say, like, have you pushed the boundaries when it comes to mileage? You sounds like you've really moved the needle when it comes to intensity.
This marathon, I didn't push a lot. I just kept it like sensible, because even though I needed to get like to the marathon, still learning, but I know a little bit of now what I need, the fluid and the distance. So it's still in my body. But I just kept this like sensibly, just ticking the boxes.
Now, how do you approach race day? The news of Emil not being there, has that affected you in any way? Has that affected your game plan in any way?
No, it didn't. I feel like sorry for Emil. He not to be there, like not being there. But for me, him being there or not there is the same. But we know, as an athlete, I feel bad for him to drop out from a competition. But yeah, it doesn't make any difference.
Any time goals, dare I ask? Yeah, do you have a time goal in mind for Sunday?
Honestly, PB would be great. Anything can happen in London. So PB would be amazing. Under 207 maybe, but
it's going to be a fun race for you. I mean, you're going to be racing Paddy Diva again. You've had many matchups against him. Have you keep quite a low profile, obviously talk about training in Morocco, Ethiopia. We don't get to see as much of you as frequently as perhaps someone like Sessman, who's raced a lot. You're obviously paying attention to what those other guys are doing.
Yeah, I've been paying attention, but I just don't post stuff on social media as well, and I haven't been competing much as well because of, you know, for Ramadan, you know, preparation after London last year. I had a few issues, but now I'm back. Yeah, I'm in good place now. I feel healthy. I'm healthy and feel strong. So we'll see London
how it goes. The European marathon, you're on that team. What's the thinking behind doing London? It's a relatively quick turnaround to do that Euros as well.
Yeah, from my experience of Paris 2024, from Paris, you know, I've done London and Paris like in August, and I think I can do it. It will be amazing to be the championship is in the UK, and I will be ready, and then hoping for good position, just, you know, tackling every position as I can, and hopefully potentially podium will be amazing. So for me is I've learned from the past I can go for the championships.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say, is it important for you to continue to gain that experience in a championship marathon? It's obviously very, very different to a London, to a Valencia, etc. And with the Worlds next year, with LA the year after, to go get a European medal would set you up nicely.
Definitely. I think Birmingham European Championship would be amazing for me to experience like a championships, and hopefully for the next year and the year after. So it's just a task that I need to cover, and knowing that I'm able to compete at the championship at a high level with the guys. So it's just an experience and challenging myself that I want to be. I want to be like.
What did you
top athlete.
learn from Paris, mate? I mean, it's a few years ago now, but what were those key takeaways from Paris that you'll be taking into Birmingham?
Paris was it was a challenge for me. I had a very difficult championships. I had a fracture before.
Cannot imagine
2 days
running
before
on that.
before the race. So it was just a hard race. By finishing the race I think it was a good confident to finish the race was amazing for me.
I think that storyline shows who you are a little bit. So you had Olympic Games. It was confirmed you had a stress fracture a couple of days before, and you still completed that thing. Still finished in 57th on a unbelievably testing course. And what did you run? 2:14 still? 2:15? Were you in pain from the offset?
I think I was fine up to maybe like 14K.
Right.
I think because the course was flat, up to 14K. And then as soon as we start hitting, there was a big, massive hill. It wasn't going my way. Yeah, it's just so painful. But I said to myself, I'm here. I've done this amount of training, and I've done now 15 kilometers. I don't want to drop out. I just, drag myself around and finished. So I want to become an Olympian at the same time. So yeah, that's the only thing that is in my mind at that time. And I finished it, which is a good thing.
Do you fear racing solo on Sunday? I look at that start list at the moment. You'll know more than me on pace groups and stuff, and I'm sure you won't want to disclose that. But when you look at this field, you can see a world where there's 8, 9, 10 guys all trying to chase 2:02 because that's just what they do. They're competitors, and they're all going to try and win this thing. And then there's going to be yourself, maybe Paddy Diva, maybe, but that group could break up pretty quickly. Sessman maybe is going to be in there. Do you worry about the fact that you could be running 15, 20K on your own on Sunday?
No, I don't. I'm not worried. In terms of running alone, I do most of the thing alone anyway. Like my training is alone, my long run is alone. So in terms of aloneness, I would be up there. I would love like the guys, the boys pushing all the way to 42K with me. So for me, it's not an issue.
No, that's good. That's good. I hope there is. I hope there's a real, British battle. But it's very that year that you came fourth and ran 2:07. I mean, that was a huge surprise, wasn't it, to everyone?
Yeah, it was a surprise. Yeah, I think for the last 12K, I was alone. I think because the pace had dropped to 30K. I was alone, and same as this last year. I think the pace had dropped at 30K. So the last 12K I've been running alone. So aloneness is not an issue for me. I can handle. Yeah, last year I think the pace dropped a little bit, but it is what it is, and everyone had a different times last year.
Will anything affect the time that you set off at? Will you study the weather forecast? Will you say I'm going to need to adjust my pace here, or are you kind of very set in your mind now what you're going to do that first half in, what you're going to do that first 30K, and you're going for it? It doesn't matter what happens, you're going for it.
For me, is first of all, it's A to B. Is like A is to start and B is to finish, and then the second one is just whatever the group sets the first half, I just go with it, and then if anything happens, I'll just try to maybe pick up the second half. So you just
it's a brave place to be.
Really,
it's a brave place to be because you're not the one. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're not the one who's going to dictate what that group goes at.
Yeah. So like last year, when I did the 2:07, so I think I was a little bit in control of the group. I wanted to like run fast. I was sort of like telling the guys like we need to pick up the pace. We need to pick up the pace. Halfway, I think we were spot on. I think around 25, 26K. I told the guys like we need to move. Like we need to make some moves. Yeah, the guy dropped 30K, and the last 12K I was alone. I just pushed myself. The weather doesn't have. It doesn't really matter for me. When I was training in Morocco, I had like really bad condition, raining, snow, and everything. And Ethiopia was like raining and sunny at the same time. So I'm used to every weather. So it doesn't. Yeah, I think London, anything can happen. For me, is just to race and enjoy as much as I
those
can.
Conditions. Refreshing. How have you trained this block? You mentioned that really hard long run, trying to hang on to the likes of Yomi Finder and Tola there. But what's been, one fundamental thing that you've carried through this whole training block? Have you spent a lot of time in and around marathon pace? You mentioned you haven't gone too high with the mileage. You kept it relatively sensible this time around.
I think, just I mentally strong. I didn't go with not that often. I go for like race pacing training, but just slightly around that area. I just love if I'm doing long run. Most of the long run I do alone. So it just sometimes it could be difficult, and my long run was sometimes in like it was during Ramadan at night. So it was a bit of challenging. That puts me for good preparation for London. So it's just I feel like I'm mentally stronger. But
when you say you go alone on these long runs, are you alone, or have you got someone there in a van, coach there on a bike? You've got a support crew with you.
Yeah, I have a support. Somebody on a car or on a bike, but like in terms of like running partner, I don't have anyone, so I just do my own run. But yeah, I will have somebody in the car or on a bike. They're giving me fluid and drinks.
I can't imagine running.
That's what I meant.
In Ramadan, like you've done. How did you structure that period? Obviously, you ran at night. Would you how did you structure that? I mean, because it's no food or drink.
Yes, Ramadan was it's a little bit challenging. It's like, but for me, I'm used to it, like because I've been doing it for the last 3 years now. Train and compete at the same time. Prepare for the competition. During the daytime, I will like sleep up to maybe 1 p.m. And then I will get up, do my stuffs, and then leave for training at 4 or 5 go to like easy jog or gym, whatever. And then I will come home and eat, and I will go for a mosque, and then I come back and relax a little bit, and then around 10 or 11 I go for training. So either fartlek or track or whatever, or long run I just do after 10 at 10 p.m. And I would be home around sometimes 1 p.m. 1 a.m. Sorry, 1 a.m.
You do night shifts for a month.
It's hard, but so I'll do night shift for a month, and everything's like shifted a little bit, but yeah, it's I'm used to it. I think doesn't have any.
And I can't remember. You did this prior to 207 as well. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, I did that. I did that at 207. But I get to get on with it. Like it's one is part of my religion, one is part of my job, and I cannot abandon both of them. So it's not challenging for me to fast and
just one final question about training. You talk about these solo long runs. Is that a conscious decision, or is that just because you're on training camp and you haven't got anyone with you on training camp? Like, do you choose to run alone on those long runs?
I don't choose to run alone. Like obviously, if you in Morocco, you know, I don't know.
Man.
I know people, but
Yeah.
you know, everyone has their own
Okay.
groups, and everyone just doing their own stuff. And I don't think like nobody's preparing for competition around April time, for marathon. So it's nobody's doing it, training blocks like as I do. So in Ethiopia, it's the same thing. You know, everyone has a group. You can join the group, but the program from my program and their program is different, and we cannot. Like I do long run on Sunday. They
Right.
have a day off on Sunday. So some people they have like long run on Friday, and I don't do a long run on Friday. I have like maybe something else. So it just doesn't match. The program doesn't match for me and them. I follow my own program, and they follow their program. And
Have you thought
that's
about
why
joining a group? When you look, yeah,
I've thought about it, but you know, because of the way they
really,
train is too much
in
for me, I
Ethiopia
think.
specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Ethiopia, like I tried to join I was thinking of joining like
Yep.
the Tola group, Gemedo.
Incredible
The coach is a
coaches.
Gemedo group, and the Adidas group, and it's just too much. Like the way, even if the coach told them to like slow down, they would not slow down. Like they have like, this crazy
It's
pace.
they're almost racing all the time. I mean, what is it really?
It's competition every day for them. It's a competition. Yes, there's not an easy. The only time they have it easy is when they are doing their own stuff,
Yeah.
and it's a rest, like sort of a relaxed day. That's the only time they will be easy, and the rest is just a competition. Track is a competition for them. Farlek long run is like the coach. I saw a couple of times like the coach has to stop every kilometer to make sure like they're on them. They trying to run the pace that you told them to do. Otherwise, they just go crazy.
See,
So
it amazes me. Maybe there is loads of
I
injuries,
can't.
but I feel like those top guys don't get injured that much.
No, I haven't seen that
Yeah.
much of injury around in Ethiopia. To be honest, everyone is running good. Everyone is healthy, and it's great to see. It's great to see like amazing athlete around the world. Like you know, it's just a lot of them just you know helping themselves and helping each other and then pushing, which is a
No,
good thing
it
to
is,
see.
and I feel like that control element is something which is very popular at the moment. But clearly, these guys aren't operating with control. What does their week look like? Are they running 200 Ks a week? Like, how often? You mentioned they're going hard every day. Is that just easy runs? They just turn into a burn up, is it?
I probably think they didn't run 200K a week, plus maybe one day of gym. But some of them, instead of they doing gym work, they do like loads of techniques. You know, 2 hours of techniques. So it's every group is different. Is who can afford and who cannot afford the gym as well. So it's everyone's all over the place and doing they're doing a crazy amount of like 200K a week. I think.
Fascinating. What an experience for you to mix in with those guys.
Yeah. Definitely. It was a good
Well, mate,
one.
all that's left is to wish you good luck on Sunday. All the best, and really appreciate you chatting to us. Where are we, Monday? So hope you have a good week and you stay healthy, and looking forward to seeing you out there.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you, mate. See you soon. Take